What's up, guys? Jerry Keys here, and I'm here to basically just tell you guys a little bit about different low calorie and zero calorie condiments and spices that I like to use on my food, how to spice it up a little bit, make it keep tasting good, even when we're eating very basic things, guys. Just because we're dieting doesn't mean that we have to not enjoy our meals, doesn't mean that we don't have to not enjoy the way that they taste. So I'm gonna show you guys some of the cool things. Alrighty, guys, so real quick at a glance, this is the majority of the things that I use. Sometimes I take some things out, sometimes I add some things in, depending on availability at the store too. I can also change that up. But with that being said, guys, we'll go ahead and start left to right. We've got our stevia and the cinnamon. So I use stevia and cinnamon in my cream of rice when I'm having cream of rice. I haven't had cream of rice in quite a few weeks now, so I haven't really used that at all in a while. I've got my garlic powder, which goes on just about everything. I like it on all different types of meats, eggs, whatever. I've got my Thundering Longhorn seasoning, my beef rub right here. One thing with the seasonings, guys, is you always want to check the back and make sure that it doesn't have too much sugar in it, or if it, make sure it doesn't have any sugar at all, like these that I actually have here. You want to make sure there's no sugar in it, just simply because those calories, the more seasoning you add to it, the more those actually, so let me say that. Basically, when it says 0 calories, they mean 0 calories for that specific serving of 1 gram. With that being said, guys, if it has sugar in it, and you're adding more than 1 gram, which you probably do if you're like me, then you're going to be actually adding, direct sugar to your meat or your food that you're seasoning. So you have to be careful about that. But always check the label and make sure that it doesn't have sugar in it if you're, being restrictive, for trying to make sure that you're cutting down on it. Next, I've got my soy sauce here, guys. Soy sauce is very low. It does have sugar. It does have carbs, so you do want to use it extremely sparingly. I'm talking like a few drops. You don't want to like soak it or pour it on anything. I've got this Walden Farms ranch dressing. It's actually really cool, guys. Take a quick look at that. So basically what we have here, the main thing you guys, I guess you guys kind of want to watch out for is maybe the corn fiber. But in reality, just use very, very sparingly. And it has sucralose in it as well, too, which is an artificial sweetener. So be mindful of those two things. Be very mindful. And then also zoom into it. It has 1 gram of carb, guys. So you want to try to make sure that you're using, no more than that 2 tablespoons, if not less. I usually try to use probably around a half a tablespoon to a tablespoon. We've got the Chicka Bam Bam. I love this on my chicken and my fish as well, too. Once again, no sugar, no carbs. I've got my buttery steakhouse. I like this on my red meats. No sugars, no carbs. I've got my Ray's, no sugar added. So once again, this is one that does in fact have calories, guys. For 2 tablespoons, it has 15 calories. It's got 4 carbs and then less than 1 gram of fiber and 1 gram of sugar. So once again, guys, you want to use this extremely sparingly. I'm talking half to, a whole tablespoon at the very most, unless you're just, not being as restrictive. I've got my Longhorn steakhouse. I love this on my red meats as well, and my chickens. As you guys can see, this is one that's been through some battles. It's got some canola oil in it, so you want to be very careful with not using too much. My wood-fired garlic. I love this. I love this. I love this. I've been using a lot of my eggs a lot lately. It does have maltodextrin in it, so be very careful of that. And also the sunflower oil as well. I've got my chili and lime. This one is great. It's actually pretty solid. It's got like lime oil in it, which I don't even know what lime oil is, and rice whole fiber. So you just want to be careful. Make sure you don't put too much on this one. My limited edition Old Bay hot sauce. I love this one, guys. It is delicious. I use my hot sauces probably the most because hot sauces are usually typically the lowest in calories. They're usually just like pepper and vinegar, things like that. I'm actually just starting to get into these Melinda's sauces that they actually have at Kroger now. I'm really liking these guys. So it's 0 calories per serving, but you got to look at the serving size. It's very small. It's only 1 tablespoon. But it does, in fact, have vegetable oil, lime juice, things like that. So you do want to be sparingly with these. That's the habanero wing sauce. This is the ghost pepper wing sauce as well, too. Canola oil, vegetable oil. Want to be careful with that. And then finally, we've got the Melinda's, the habanero honey mustard. It's got a pepper mash. It's got honey in it, guys. So you gotta be extremely, extremely careful with this one. And it does have 1 gram of carb. So once again, you wanna use the very minimal amount of this as you can. All right, guys, so I'm about to eat meal 1. You guys, if you've seen my full day of eating from, not the last one, but the second to last one, you'll know exactly what this is. If you wanna see it, go ahead and check it out. With that being said, guys, I'm gonna use a little bit of hot sauce on it. And I think that's probably it. I'm gonna enjoy this. Oh yeah.